I'm ready. Are you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready?
Ready.
So it's been 2 weeks, and soon now I'm going to have a bi-weekly game on Tuesday every day for the next month.
Hooray!
One of
Yeah.
us. One of us. Yay! Bi-weekly games.
Well, no, all of my games are bi-weekly, but now it's just two. Now I'm sharing a day for bi-weekly, so I'll have D&D every Tuesday like we used to.
Well, yeah. That's what I meant. Because I bounce back and forth between here and the Jake. But yeah.
But yeah, let's get to play my second highest level warlock, who is now actually only 2 levels below Enoch.
Wow.
All right. We leveled up last week, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Crap. I forgot. All
Luckily-
right, I can do this.
Luckily, you're a bard, so you can do that very quickly. Just hit dice and one spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
At ASI. Ha.
So I just saw the funniest news.
Should be level
What's
4,
that?
right?
Sony, Universal, and Warner are all teaming up to sue a bunch of AI startups.
I saw
Hell
that.
yeah.
The reason is hilarious because they're claiming copyright infringement in training models.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder where the fuck they got that from.
Who can
Yeah.
imagine?
It's not like we were saying that for like a year and be like, oh, wait, the models they're copying are ours? Oh, no.
How dare?
Gasp.
How
Who
come
would
they
have
can make
thought?
money on our things and we can't make money on our thing?
Man, it took you long enough to wake up, you fucking sleepy giants.
Really? My god.
This is gonna end up with them being like, the judge is gonna look at them, and if he or she has any semblance of pop culture, he's gonna be like, you're just realizing this now? So does that mean you guys are gonna stop using it for your projects? Because where do you think your bases are getting from, you dumbasses?
I highly doubt that, considering the average age of a judge is typically 50 to 60.
Yeah.
Even older.
Yeah, because you have to have a successful law career for many years to even be qualified to be a judge.
Mm-hmm.
Because all judges are just retired lawyers. But yeah, who wants to start telling people where they can find them?
I'll start it. Why not?
Sure.
Hello, my name is Zillow13. You can find me on Twitter at Zillow1338. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Zillow13. You'll also find me on Draco Madness' channel every other Tuesday when we're not doing this for more Kingdom Hearts 3. We got through, let's see, Monstropolis, Toy Box, Twilight Town, and Corona, right?
Yeah, Corona.
And then we're only doing a little bit left for the beautiful world that is Arendelle. Then we never have to look at that fucking city ever again. Or that fucking mountain ever again.
I was gonna say, what city?
I'm thinking ahead of like how we had to do the city and Port Royal in its entirety next week. Then you'll also find me Tuesdays, scheduling permitting, for Power Rangers Cyberstrike on Twitch Person's channel with Choco. So, let's see, who should I go first? Hoshi, think fast.
You would do this. Hi, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me on Blue Sky, Twitch, and on YouTube as Royal Hoshi. You can also find me here every other Tuesday on Burn On Fire as we play Favorites Are Our Lives. And, well, now you'll be able to see me on Draco's channel on Wednesday as we start our new campaign. Draco, go.
Hi everyone, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter and Blue Sky and Twitch, all as Draco Magnus at DMagnus or some variation of. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and for this week only, Saturday, because it's my birthday.
Yay!
Woo!
I forgot about that. I'm gonna be a part of that.
Yeah.
Because my birthday's on Friday.
Yay!
So, Monday, we do Dragon Quest Treasures. Tuesdays, when I'm not here, like Deluna said, you can find the two of us going through Kingdom Hearts 3. We got some treasure hunting to do. Wednesday, we start a whole new campaign of Barovian Rhapsody, with some of the folks here, as well as some of the folks from Odyssey playing through a Ravenloft campaign. They're just getting started. We'll be meeting their characters as they get dragged by the mists into the depths of the darkness that is Barovia. Thursdays are party stream game day, where we sometimes do Baldur's Gate, sometimes do party games, and Friday, you can catch me doing Phantom Hourglass. And last but certainly not least, on my birthday stream on Saturday, we're going to be playing Among Us with a whole bunch of people. Tune in. That does it for me. Caitlin.
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, places at Caitlin C37 where I do art. Commissions are open. So if you want art done, find my stuff there. I've been leveling up my character who hasn't gone.
Yeah, Choco.
I think it's just me. Hi everyone, I'm Choco, it's Zombie101 or Choco. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Ko-Fi. Choco's Zombie101. I stream every once in a while. Keep touch with socials to find out when you can find me and Deluna here earlier on Tuesdays, schedules permitting, for Power Rangers Cyber Strike on twitch.tv/twitchperson. You can also find me here every other Tuesday for this campaign, and coming soon on Wednesdays, starting hopefully tomorrow. You can find me over on Draco's channel for another D&D campaign. Aside from that, I'm also part of MNW, Multiverse Nexus Wrestling, twitch.tv/Edward Bosco for Friend Night Flashbang, and twitch.tv/Dr_Caliban for Warzone. And next Monday, Warzone will be having our Future Shock pay-per-view, which I'll be a part of, so go watch that.
Woo! Vassal.
Whoever hasn't gone, go.
Sure. Hello, I'm Melon Ninja. You can find me in places. Burning Sight, Mill Ninja Nerd, Blue Sky and Twitch when I decide to stream at Mill Ninja. You can also find me alternating every Tuesday night at twitch.tv/TheJake or his campaign, Charles Savito's Legacy of the Deal Breakers, Volume 2. Aside from that, not much else on my end. Vaughn, go ahead and round us up before we start the session.
Okie dokie. Hi everyone, you've already found me here, twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Blue Sky at Burnout Vaughn, and on Patreon over at Burnout's Bar, where I'm really going to try to get some rewards out. I'm doing my best here. I'm floundering. I just found out that penny-sized hail can and will dent your car.
So no.
Ooh.
Yeah. I could actively hear it hitting the top of my car. I didn't even look at the top of my car. I just looked at my hood, and there were several small dings in it.
Yeah, as someone who lived in Kansas for 9 years, I can confirm this is a true thing.
Yeah, we don't get much hail here. It's one of the only weather conditions we don't get a lot. That being said, this week, the only thing we have besides this, you will have Saved by a Spell, where we started a fight we really shouldn't have with somebody way above our pay grade, but somehow we're still alive and possibly winning, so we'll see what happens. Right now, the best way to sum up the story is, we are basically Donald Glover in the Community meme. Just let that happen. Just let that sink in. Then, on the following week, we will have more Wizard Sibs and Co. plays through Resident Evil 5, where we did it. We fought the octopus monster. We survived. We're getting through. We're getting places. We are in the underground city. We found flowers. Then, following that, we won't be streaming it, but it will be recorded and put up on the YouTube channel. One of our 2 session zeros we're doing for Pack Tactics, which will be starting the 2 weeks from then. We'll be doing a little something that's going to be special. Keep an eye out on the YouTubes for it, especially since I can actually upload it as soon as we're done recording it. That's actually kind of cool. But yeah, aside from that, then we will have, No Love War Extra, where we are still running the world's, well, actually not the world's, the moon's craziest Wendy's. Everyone's trying to get naked. We're having people rewrite our heads, trying to brainwash us. It's so crazy. The moon cell is not a great place to have business. Then on Sunday, we will go back to Those Who Wander, where we just got done doing Those Who Wander this week. And, yeah, a lot of wolves. And with that out of the way, Milla, do you want to take us away?
Yes, certainly. And then, here we are. Go ahead and set the ambiance prop for tonight's session. Welcome, one and all, to tonight's session of Feys of Our Lives, a Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. Wherein last we left our guests of... Oh god, why am I blanking right now? Alright, Sandara, Sola, Predicates, Dumph, Rudy, as well as Veska. The party had made their way to Dawnfall to confront Bavlorna Blightstraw, who had taken Sandara's sense of fashion. But what they had stumbled into, first off, was a tale of political intrigue sold by the bullywugs of the Soggy Court. After trudging through a set of anime stones brought to life by a Gallopter, and meeting up with a potential guide to get them out of Heather named Clapperclaw, the Scarecrow. They had also succeeded in putting a stop to a potential coup against His Majesty King Gulp the 19th. Upon agreeing to enter the court and putting an end to the coup, he gave them a book of bad blood, which belonged supposedly to Bavlorna, trusting the characters to return it to her. And after a slight more exploration beforehand, they have since made their way towards the center of Downfall, making their way through a very dense and imposing fog bank. And as they approach the cottage on stilts where Bavlorna resides, what will they find inside? Will Sandara be able to find her lost sense of fashion? How will they deal with Bavlorna once they encounter her? As sand falls through the hourglass, these questions and more will be answered as we continue with Feys of Our Lives.
I think we already know the answer to that last one, and it's just murder.
Well,
It's most likely gonna be, yeah.
I mean, we'll try to not murder for a little bit, but it will inevitably come to murder, yes.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
So it'll be slightly better murder because now I'm in a trendy hat like Dumph.
There you go. Fashionable murder.
Less fashion.
Oh, you'll remember soon enough. Oh,
We
I
are
just
super
remembered
zoomed
there are
in.
two things. I'm not.
Well, brought me
There
in
we go.
100%.
Weird.
There we are.
Okay. So there were two things I thought of. We're like are we in front of Bavlorna's at this point? That's where we left off, right?
Yep. You're basically mowing your bolt basically at the base of the stairs that wind up and lead towards her cottage. And as you're looking at the base, you see all these rickety planks and stilts that the stands on, as well as rising up from the water, you see what looks like a stone column of sorts rise up all the way to underneath where her cottage is.
Okay. So there's two things I want to do before we get in there. One of them is activate my Charm of the Monarch to boost my charisma even further. Who could say no to a full plus 10 to charisma, after all, with the
Yeah.
bullshitting we're about to spin?
Also, Predicates will reach into
Number
his...
two. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Predicates is literally going to reach into his mouth, pull out one of his tooth, and hand it to Dolph. When you are done trying to get information out of her, alert me telepathically so I can cast a spell.
Will do. There's one other thing. I recently figured out how to do a spell that will protect whoever I touch from necrotic damage, being cursed, possessed, targeted by hexes, and keeping your overall health sturdy. Above game, I have a witch-specific spell called Curse Ward that does all the things I said. Who would like to not have their maximum hit points lowered if that's a thing that could happen in this fight?
I would say probably
Alright.
one of the two tanks.
Me?
Yeah. All right.
That would definitely be up in her face.
How many people can you hit on that spell at once?
Only one person can get it, but it holds for an hour and it's not concentration. So, actually, I suppose it doesn't say I can't use it on multiple targets, but that would use multiple slots, and I only have 3 level 2s. So I guess in theory, I could give it to both of you.
Okie dokie. I will also point out one thing. I hope some people have blind fighting or ways to gain advantage on attacks, because one of the default abilities of Path to the Pipe is that I can cast Fog Cloud once per short or long rest centered on myself, but instead of like normal Fog Cloud, I can see normally in it, so all my attacks are with advantage, and everything trying to attack me is at disadvantage.
Ah, I don't think we have that.
Nah, not
But we could find that out in battle, and not
True.
outside.
Well, that also would be a thing. I mean, when we get another level, I'm also able to just teleport anyone in that fog cloud to anywhere I want for one turn.
But we could find that in battle, not outside of battle.
Mm.
Now that said, there is also, I do recall this lady is also allergic to checks notes. Running in winter shins.
Yep, walking in counterclockwise.
So I actually did have an interesting plan for that, and Domp will lift his hat up for Dorman. Do you think flying would also work? Or it's specifically walking?
Shrugs.
I'll allow you guys a quick intelligence check. Just to help elaborate this.
Okie doke.
Intelligence.
That is a 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's see, intelligence. Yeah, that's appropriate.
Second highest stat, can't roll good.
Sidara and Veska, if you recall, the two of you heard said them say running in winter shins.
Oh, they said running.
Oh. Dang. Oh well. Right, so should I use my curse word on both of our tanks, or should I only use it to one to conserve the spell slot?
Just a heads up, if you want to use the second one, you should probably use it on the healer.
Also a good
That's
point.
just my suggestion. You can do
But
whatever
you're-
you want.
But you're also a Spores Druid, so you work best at a distance anyway, so you're less likely to get hit.
Yeah,
I mean, fair enough.
honestly, I think it's probably better to put it on one of the people up in the front.
Yes, because I'm also a tank, but I am not an AC tank. My AC is 13, and the spell I want to cast when we're done talking is one of my unlimited casts of Mirror Image. So that way, if I cast the spell Fog Cloud, I didn't have advantage on attacks. Have disadvantage to be hit, and if I do get hit, I also have a chance of just having a random shadow clone die.
True.
And my AC is also 13.
Makes this choice harder. Although Predicates does have some mitigation with Mirror Image, so I think I'll give it to Syndra. Just because I'm pretty sure Syndra does not have any means to mitigate getting hit aside from that 13 armor class.
Nope.
So Dom's gonna pull out his teapot and smoke is going to start billowing from the spout of the teapot and start wrapping around his hand. And then he's going to touch Syndra on the shoulder, and the smoke's going to start billowing out from his hand, covering her entire body. It makes your vision a little smoky at first, but eventually it fades and everything looks normal.
What, you all can see through smoke?
No, I don't think I can.
Nope.
I know I can't.
Skill issue.
I mean, I can see in the dark.
Don't worry, I think I have a spell that would blow smoke away. I should be fine.
I can also change the direction of the smoke, too. Also, I woke up and I was able to do this, and you're just going to watch him yawn towards the sky, and a wave of insects is going to fly out as he unintentionally casts Infestation.
Okay,
Neat!
My patron works in mysterious ways, I guess.
Fair enough.
immediately roading in his head. Can I do that?
That's collapse.
Sindara brings out the finger, puts it down, and just said, "Well, it is an archfey, so it makes sense."
Yeah.
Yeah, response back, Rudy. Maybe. Eventually.
Perhaps.
Let's keep a pin in that. You know, I started off as a little thief, or as a small-time thief, but I think actually going with you might be a little bit better for me. We'd actually get some battles.
All the same. As you look down, Clapperclash just kind of looks up at you and says, "Well, good luck dealing with Bavlorna. Like I said, I'll be waiting right here."
All right. Time's a wasting. Let's go meet Bavlorna.
All right. As you make your way up the various walkways, up towards the underside of the cottage, you see that there's lots of moss that's kind of creeping out from various posts. As you look up underneath, you just see the underside of the cottage. All the boards that are underneath are just caked in mildew and algae. And as you make your way towards the top, you see there is a trap door on the other side of the cottage at the very top of the runway.
Well, it's only polite to knock first.
I've got to do that anyway.
You knock, and after a while, nothing happens.
All right. Well, we've technically announced our presence by knocking. I guess it's fine.
You'll just watch Praedykots just punch in this door. You're just gonna hear.
You just punch up, just.
Yeah, that'll do.
Well, there's always the direct approach, right, Predicus?
There's only the direct approach.
All right, let's head on in.
That is
All right.
absolutely not true, but I'll let you have that.
As you begin to make your way through the trapdoor, a recessed pool lined with moldy clay tiles takes up most of this large square room. Stagnant water fills the depression to a depth of 1 foot. Icing for the pool center is the head of a stone well that gives off an unpleasant pungent odor. In one corner of the pool stands a tall, dirty, freestanding mirror in an oval frame, and floating on the water is a large lily pad. Creaky wooden floorboards are arranged in a 10-foot wide raised walkway around the pool. This walkway is crowded with shelves, tables, and stools in all shapes and styles. Almost every available surface is littered with stacks of dirty plates, scraps of food, and old junk. Dressing dummies are pushed together in one corner, and a wooden staircase spirals up from another corner. 5 closed doors lead from the room.
Should we put tokens on this?
Yeah, go ahead and place yourselves around the trapdoor over here.
Oh no, it's dragging everything. Okay, nope, didn't drag it. Come on, work with me here again.
By the way, Draco, I hope you know, as soon as you said that, I immediately thought of the Fairly Odd Parents gag.
Which one?
I respect your privacy, but
See, by knocking, but asserting myself as your father by coming in anyway.
I'm asserting my authorities in adventure by coming in anyway. Hello? Bavlorna? We've come to talk with someone as powerful and magnificent as you. We've heard a lot of good things.
say something about the book.
Oh, also I have to return this book to you. From my
Miller,
good
real
friend
quick.
King Gullop the 19th.
Real quick, Mill, I'm gonna send you something.
So how deep is this pool thing?
Currently it's about a foot deep. The water stands up at the bottom about a foot deep.
Hop.
Oh, and I'll also say, Sidara, as you were one of the last ones to make your way up into the pool, that itchy, scratching feeling on the back of your neck gets really strong here.
Sindara will stop and look towards the pool. And the first thing she's gonna do is go in her little pouch and pull out a crimson red sucker and then start walking the pool.
Oh, well, if everyone else is going in the pool.
Do you suppose that the fashion, it's your fashion that's missing, right?
Yes. I get a feeling from the pool somewhere.
I
I'm
suppose
not-
the mirror would have
Yeah.
anything to do with it.
The what?
The mirror?
Right over
I
there.
mean, check your fashion in the mirror.
She slowly just starts walking over towards the mirror. And looks.
You guys are gonna notice that Brody's not in the water. He's on the outside deliberately of the pool.
All right. Sorry, I got distracted as I'm just kind of looking around. Let's see. Sola, you're kind of looking over this large lily pad that's just floating here. Yeah, this is a very large lily pad.
She's just kind of. You guys just ever just kind of like lightly bounce on like a water bed? That's more or less what she's doing. Anything from the mirror?
Let's see. Mirror. Looks like a normal mirror. It's just sitting in the water, kind of pointing towards the well.
Cinderella touched the mirror.
It's very cold. The frame of this mirror is just a very thin coat of algae in it, and the bottom of the mirror is very grimy, very dirty. Obviously, the mirror itself doesn't look very clean.
Just is gonna walk over and take a look in this corner against all the what I'm assuming is like a section of like wardrobe.
Yep. Yeah, you see there's a bunch of mannequins that are just kind of piled in the corner. Let me see here. Three of them are humanoids, or medium-sized. Three of them are small-sized. A bunch of them, a lot of the small ones have very patchwork-looking clothing, very damp and mildew-looking, with like whites and greens in it. Two of the larger ones have, you know, a lot of the same clothing. One of them is oddly, you know, doesn't have anything except a hat. An ugly black pointed hat.
You know what? I'm going to try something dumb that probably won't do anything. Mirror, mirror of the bog, who's the fanciest of frogs? Does the mirror respond at all?
It does not.
I had a feeling that wouldn't do
No.
anything. Still,
Predicats, what are you doing?
He's just looking in the well.
Okay. As you look inside the well, you notice that the pungent smell actually gets a little stronger right around here. You see, as the well, it's the water is standing slightly below the top of the well, from what you can see.
He'll reach his hand down in.
You put your hand inside the well, inside the water, and as you touch it, it's weird. It feels very, very tingly as you touch the water.
Ugh. She's poisoned the well.
Oh wait, I'm silly. This is clockwise.
oh, I see. Trying to see if she's in this room by running around. Got you.
Actually, do you think she'll sneeze if I just keep running around like this?
Oh, Predicats, go ahead and roll a nature check for me as you pull your hand out of the water.
Do-do-do. Seven. I am not rolling good tonight.
You're not sure of anything that kind of feels like what you've touched there. It's weird. Definitely feels like water, but you're not sure what it is. Not normal water for sure.
He will just walk over here, wipe it off on Sindara, and then just like cross his arms and wait for something to happen.
She looks down, looks at you, and says, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah, you feel the tingling sensation as Predicats wipes his hand off on you. Roll a nature check for me.
Well,
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like normal water, but you can't make out what it is about it.
Fezco will look over at Dump. Dump, you're an expert on the occult, correct?
Primarily Fey, but I think I know a thing or two.
She'll point at the hatch. Would I be correct in my assumption that that hat is what I think it is.
Dunful will look at the hat.
I'm basically asking him, is that a witch's hat?
Ah. I mean, it does look pretty witchy. No, I think there is a difference between a hag and a witch, but I don't know personally.
Tee.
Fezco
I mean-
will walk up and attempt to grab the hat.
All right.
Assuming nothing's happened, she will attempt to remove the hat.
Well, as you go to touch it, it's feels rather damp and okay. And as you go to touch it, I assume a 7 doesn't hit you.
No.
As you see the hat, air quotes, come to life. And hold on a sec, I have to see if I can show off art of this. And it turns into an octopodal-like form with a lot of eyes, like this.
Oh.
It tries to
Oh,
jump on
good.
top of your head, but it misses, and it lands right next to you. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Wow, why?
Had a feeling.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's a 10.
Clickety clackety, you're about to get a taggity.
17.
Damn it.
I have to roll for his initiative. Oh, that's right. Because it's been so long since I had to roll for initiative. Ah. Ah, there you are. Turn order. Hold on, I have to move. Guess. Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. Scroll up, forehead. Turn. There you are. All right. Go ahead and Sola.
Whoa, okay. Let's see.
Yeah, you see this hat sprout like octopus legs and try and go for Veska's head. What do you do?
Let's see. A real quick question, just as more of a reminder from last session. That whole dress up and meeting thing that we did, was that a long rest at all? Did we do a long rest?
I think it was
somewhere?
a short rest.
Oh, was it?
Short
Okay.
rest.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. This is probably not going to be able to understand this, is it? No, probably not. You know what? I am going to cast You know what? I am going to hold my turn for 2 rounds. I think
All
that
right.
would be better.
Okay.
Or sorry, for 2 turns, not 2 rounds.
Tomato, potato.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Sidara.
Sundara is going to walk over to the squid octopi.
The pool is currently 10 feet deep from where you're at, so... Yep, the walkway itself that goes around it is basically 10 feet above where the water sits.
I thought you said it was a foot deep.
Well, the
Yeah.
water at the bottom is a foot deep. But the pool itself rests 10 feet below the walkway that's around it.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have been more clear on that.
Do some measuring then. Get there, if I dash. I can get there. I'm going to. Yeah, I'll dash to get right here.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Next up is Veska. You see the hat turn into some sort of squid. What do you do?
That is curious, but also realizes that, like, oh, that's probably a thing we should take care of. Hold on, I need to look at something. Because I have new spells. You know what? She is just going to... ask her. She's just going to, like, Dragon Ball style, just like open a palm, just point directly down at this thing and says, "That was a nice trick you pulled there. A shame it will be your last one. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt."
Alright. Disadvantage because you're within melee.
I mean, that's a 10 anyways. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 will miss, unfortunately.
She'll kind of go to blast it, and then it probably, like, scurries out of the way. She'll just frown. That's a bonus action. Yeah, that's turn.
Alright. It is now the hat's turn.
Nope, it's now my turn. I
Oh.
was holding.
Okay,
And I am going to cast Slip. Slip. There we go. Hopefully that'll be enough.
Well then. As you go to cast sleep, as you see the creature looks like it's about to leap, get ready to pounce on top of Veska, it collapses onto the floor.
Hooray.
Aw.
Here we go.
thank-
None of that.
Oh, thank God.
Do you think it'd be wise to pick it up and put it back where we found it?
You should stab it and stop wasting your magic.
Alright. So I assume this
Actually,
is on
kind
your
of agree
turn, Doc.
with him.
I was gonna say, I think now is just a really nice, good opportunity. She's gonna say, backing up to just everybody, just pounce on it.
Oh, I thought we were just going to leave it alone because it could be a pet, but you know what? Fair enough.
We're going to murder its owner. Why would we leave it alive?
It might
Why would
be
you
its owner.
In her house.
It
I
attacked
mean, it
us
could be a
first.
pet.
It attacked us first. Self-defense.
All right. Well,
I mean, you know, it is a squid thing. Maybe we could just dump it in the pool. Maybe it's just grumpy because it's not swimming.
maybe. Let's see.
That said, make
Well-
your decision quickly. This doesn't last forever.
Right. I'm just gonna move back and just to be safe, I was gonna pull out his teapot, and from the spout, a little black candle is going to appear with a stick of incense and light itself. And he is going to say, Adfecto. And upon the utterance of that words, a black aura swirls around the hat. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw or it gets cursed. And whenever it takes the attack action or cast a spell action, it takes psychic damage equal to 1d8 plus my spell mod.
You're gonna watch Praedykosh just slap his face? What did I just say?
I mean, this way, every time it attacks, it'll take damage.
Well, it failed.
All right. So, if/when it wakes up, is going to take damage every time it attacks somebody.
Alright.
I would
Not
say
good at
something-
hitting things.
I would say something, but Sindara doesn't know much about magic.
Alright. So I assume that was your turn then, Dov. Rudy, it's your turn. What do you do?
He's just gonna basically pull out Ness. Look, I'm not taking any chances, guys. And
Alright. 20 hits. And roll for your sneak attack.
9, and then sneak attack. Extra 2d6. That's 8.
Yeah, you just see a gray ichor-like blood just erupts from the hat as it just manages to make itself awake. It looks very, very rough as it lets out a squeal.
No.
Question. Since it was asleep, does that make it incapacitated?
When it was sleeping, yes, but now it's awake.
It was, but now it's awake.
No, I mean when Rudy attacked him.
Let's see. It was incapacitated.
Oh,
but
never mind. I was reading something. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
It wasn't paralyzed.
That's what I was thinking.
All right. Anything else, Rudy?
That's it for me.
All right. Trade the kits.
He's just massaging his temples before he finally just lets out a primal roar, and again, a swarm of bees flies at this thing as do.
Can't save, right?
Let me check when I cast it. If I can find it on my sheet. There it is.
I believe that's what infestation does, and it makes it move, right?
Yep. So 4 poison damage, and then you roll a d4 and figure out where it's gonna go. But it can only go north, which would be 1.
Yeah, it fails, so it takes the 4 poison damage and it moves. And I guess, let's see. Well, I guess you can take an attack of opportunity against it, Rudy, if you want.
Okay.
Can I as well?
Yes, you may as well, Sadara.
Oh, no, you don't.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, not raging. 7.
All right. Yep. Rudy and Sadara at the same time. Rudy, you manage to run your rapier through and pin it into place, and at the same time, Sadara, you just bring your warhammer down and you smash it. And it is dead.
Pancakes.
Well, that
See-
was a wasted spell.
Yes, look at all the attacking it did.
Look, I don't know how much health that thing has. I don't see a lot of them around.
That's
Does
why
it?
I just took the sword and stabbed it. Really not that hard.
So, Sindara,
I'm not what you'd call strong.
Then
Sindara
just
looks
do
at
nothing!
Sindara looks at Sola. What does that spell do that you did?
It makes them fall asleep.
Ow.
I would have saved that more for the hag.
Well, here's the thing. I see a thing. No, I don't. I don't see anything behind me. That is.
Do I see it because I was facing Dom?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
everyone aside from Sola, who's has her back characters. You see a very small form make its way down the stairs.
I see nothing.
And let's see.
See, the thing is, I would imagine that the hag would be a lot sturdier than that one would be. So, I mean, technically, yes, I suppose I could have. But, that spell is usually better for something that's, tinier, weaker.
Do 1 second. You're gonna feel a lot of wind blowing right behind you as you're just far enough out of the way for this. Praedygots is putting a dust devil right behind that thing.
You see a very, very small form of. It's basically a very tiny creature with, like, gray, slimy-looking skin, dressed with 2 very large bug eyes, and straw-like looking hair. As I've just gotta get over here. Who's that for?
That's for the little guy, and he needs to make a strength saving throw or get pushed back about 10 feet.
As you're gonna push it back, oh, it fails. And you see after that, you just see it just go and run up the stairs.
Well,
dear.
no, the dust devil's on there, so he has to run through it again. Anything within 10 feet.
Oh, okay. See, let's go.
And while he keeps doing that, he's just going to keep doing damage. Praedygots doesn't care. We're in enemy territory.
Well, it tries to see if it can make its way back up, but hold on. Fails again.
Someone want to catch that thing, but don't get too close to the stairs, or else you'll get hit too.
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on. Grabbing.
That's where the
I
dust
got it.
devil
I
is.
got it. I can catch it.
DC 15 dex save.
All right. See what I can do in the meanwhile.
Once again, Caitlin, I just want to say,
Alright,
I thought I would miss playing with Wick, but I'm glad he's still alive.
Yep.
all right.
So you get pushed back about
As-
10 feet and take 7 bludgeoning damage.
As you go to grab it, Sola, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Attack rolling with disadvantage before I get. Let's see if I can snatch it while being blown away. What would it just be? Unarmed, I guess.
Yeah. Strength check, I guess.
Eek. 5.
In a flash, without even, before you know it, you go to grab it where you think it was, and it just kind of darts out of the way.
Phew. And I guess I'll push onto the plates.
Ooh.
And it looks up and it goes. As you kind of look at it, it just kind of. It looks like it has one eye towards you, Sola, and one eye like looking at the dust devil. As it's going to attempt to dash around.
All right. Can I try to grab at it while it's running?
With disadvantage, yes.
All right. So just a flat strength.
Yep.
Well, that's a 6. Can I shout after it at the very least?
I think everyone would notice the small mini tornado that's thrown this thing at the wall twice and then thrown Sola at another fucking wall.
Well,
Wait.
yeah, but maybe I could convince him not to run away.
Are we on turn order?
Yeah, let's maintain initiative. So that was Sola's turn to grab it. I should have rolled. Oh yeah, that's a
We were just sort of in a very loose, not really turn order when it came down.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't doing anything.
yeah, because it rolled a 24 on its initiative.
Do you want to, like, turn back the clock maybe and keep initiative and...
Yeah, sure. Let me just get that set up. We'll say, well, it was part of.
Predicat's turn.
Let's see.
When he summoned the dust devils, it was his turn.
Yeah. Actually, let's resolve it. It was at the top of the initiative, so it would have went to move.
So Sola's was
That's
technically
over.
still correct anyway, so.
Yeah.
There.
Well, it wasn't really my turn, it was just we were out of initiative and he cast a spell because he saw something.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah,
this just makes life
that was
easier. Just, onwards.
Yeah, but it was also your turn on initiative when it happened too, so.
Yeah, so with this, it seems like it's not 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. It's gonna use this action to open the door, and then it's gonna jump through the door.
Well, hopefully that's not going to be a huge problem later.
Hopefully that just means he's going to get the hag and we can finally kill her. I'm getting tired.
Well, I'm hoping we could maybe get some intel out of her, but considering the dead pet, well, I'll do my best.
Ow.
Yeah,
Just pull
this
him.
is gonna be kind of bad.
Sola's
And I
gonna
guess
roll-
if you're not gonna go after the very small frog-like creature, yeah, we'll go ahead and take us out of initiative.
Okay.
all that for nothing. Alright. Sola gets up
Cool.
off the table and brushes off the glass. Ow.
Do we want to
You know, you-
explore around, or...
Well, it's just gonna. So it's just gonna point to the stairs. That's hecking Wimdy. There's that. There's still the well too. We haven't actually properly figured any of this out.
There's
Maybe
also
there's more upstairs.
5 doors and upstairs, so
Well, I
It's
assume
true.
he points at the door there. That one we know only leads to a balcony. We would have seen or heard her when we came up.
mm,
Well, upstairs are the other rooms.
Check this floor
Please.
first.
yeah, that seems like the best idea. You know, now that I think about it, if you want to give me 10 minutes, I could cast a little ritual, see if I could see any magic around. It would take 10 minutes, but
Sure.
Well, the thing is, yeah, no, go ahead. It's fine.
all right. I'm just gonna sit down and begin ritual casting Detect Magic, saying over and over again, sort of muttering, "Te prendere magicae," as smoke begins to billow around him from the teapot, and his eyes begin to glow. After 10 minutes passes, anything magical in the vicinity.
All right, as you cast Detect Magic, you detect the mirror is magical, as well as the lily pad. You detect conjuration magic coming from the mirror,
Okay.
as well as enchantment magic coming from the lily pad.
Alright. Domf will relay this to everyone.
As soon as he finds out, Praedykots picks up the mirror and turns it upside down and then just puts it in the water. So
Yeah,
that
that's fair.
Yep. That way, if it does anything, it isn't doing it during the fight.
Or if
Okay.
it does, whatever it summons goes face first into water. Gross, fetid water.
Well, no. At that point, they go into the whatever the floor is, and so basically they can't go through it.
Ah.
It's like having
Is
a
that
door
how
that
it
opens
works?
to a wall.
Lily pad's magic.
Is that how that would work?
Logically, but again, magic doesn't have to explain shit.
I mean, at the very least, like, because it's floating in the water at this point, being turned face down, they might get a little bit out into the water if it summons through the mirror.
I
So
mean,
it's either going to be a flat wall or it's going to be water.
I was about to say, it's,
Either way,
it's
it'd
a
be
metal mirror.
obnoxious, I guess.
Yeah, it's a metal mirror. It would lay flat. It wouldn't float.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I hadn't considered that.
Yes, Caitlin?
No, I was just saying, at worst, it would be awkward.
Yeah.
Because I feel like technically it would be more of like a frame at that point, and then if you could just lift it up. I'm doing dumb D&D logic. Anyway, it's not important. Carrying on.
Now I'm just imagining someone putting their hand around, opening it, like, what the fuck?
What is going on? I'm not paid enough for this shit.
Oh no, even better! I just realized if it does do a summoning thing, or works like a gate, then all of the water in that thing would flood through it.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Sindara looks at the lily pad and points at it and looks at Dom. What's this give off?
Enchantment magic. So it enhances someone or dehances them?
Praedykots goes up to the door behind Domf and just kicks it in.
Okay. Yep.
Sindara.
The door's unlocked, and as you kick it in, let me just go ahead and reveal this room.
I didn't know we were playing Munchkins. With Predicats kicking down all these doors.
God damn it. Let's see.
Tandara puts a lily pad into the well.
Let's see. First, a large cupboard stands alone in this dark room. Fine scrollwork frames the cupboard's two doors, which are bridged by a circular panel of dark wood. The panel is inlaid with a silver hourglass.
Is that magic?
Good question. Is it magic?
Is it cake?
It does not detect. You do not detect magic on it.
No. It's just a regular hourglass with silver.
He just opens up the drawers and see what's inside.
Let's see. As you look at this cupboard, there aren't really any handles on it that you can see.
This man can make acidic claws. He can open things.
Just God of War 2018 Kratos just punches through the top of it.
Oh lord, I just realized I am basically playing Kratos.
Yep.
Except you just don't have
Well,
the boy yet.
I take that back. As you go to, it does have a handle on it. As you go to open it, it's locked. I'm sorry. I should have been more clear.
Is the lock visible?
Make an investigation check.
Okie dokie.
While they're doing that, since we're entering doors, Veska's going to try the door over here.
Dear lord, that's
All
the
right.
first time I've rolled over a 10 today. Well, actually, no, rolled up to a 10.
All right. As you look around at this cupboard, and you look at that sigil, you get a closer look at it. It looks like you can actually turn that.
He will turn it then.
And as you
Oh, sorry.
as you look at it, it looks like. Hold on a second. Check to see how this. Yeah, it looks like it looks like the glass. As you're looking at this hourglass silver inlay, it kind of looks like the sand is currently sitting on top. But yeah, it looks like you can turn it.
Yeah, he will turn it and then try to open this.
All right, you go to turn the sigil, and you go to turn it until the sand is on the lower part of the hourglass. And as you do that, you hear a small click. And yeah, you feel you can now open the cupboard.
What is inside?
You see lots of loose buttons of various shapes, colors, and materials. Some stray cutlery. It looks like it's all mismatched from different sets. You see a bunch of letters that are addressed to a bunch of different people. None of them are addressed to Bavlorna. You see a bunch of ombre coiled up belts, pressed flowers and loose dried petals. You see a horseshoe, a bunch of feathers from various birds, and a chipped teacup.
This is completely useless. He'll kick the thing closed and then leave the room.
Yeah,
Huh.
you don't detect any magic from inside the cupboard.
Yeah, just a bunch of garbage. And mail. So not only has Bavlorna stolen Cinder's fashion, she's also a mail thief.
I just want to point out we found the equivalent of the Midwest junk drawer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. As that's going on, Veska, as you go to open your door, a flight of stairs runs up outside of the cottage with wooden doors at the top and bottom of it. A rickety railing hugs the edge of the staircase, which looms above the foggy lake. A steady droning sound comes from a shadowed corner above the door at the top of the stairs, which I will reveal is further up here.
Milla, we're at like 80% just to see the map.
Oh, there it is.
Hold on,
Okay.
let me click.
And let me zoom out a little bit.
Yep, it's up here. It's kind of towards the
if I recall correctly, if you do something like shift ping, it drags us to the
Okay.
visual.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
Huh.
I might not have the combo right, but there is a thing where you can like just ping it and it will drag us to where you are pinging to.
There appear to be some stairs here.
So I've got an upstairs and a downstairs, and still more rooms to explore.
And with your passive perception, as you're looking up the steps, Vesca, you notice that the second and third steps from where you're at are very, very rotten, and it looks like they're not really going to be able to support any weight.
She'll kind of narrow her eyes. I don't know if we can use these steps. A few of them seem like they would break as soon as we step on them.
Yeah, let's not take that risk if we don't have to.
Alright. Solo, were you going to be
Yes.
going through that door there?
Yes.
Alright, let me go ahead and reveal that for you. Door is unlocked, and as you open it,
Oh,
I found a murder room.
Now, if only she was in here so we could christen it.
a horse's head leers at you with glossy eyes, its lips drawn back from pointed yellow teeth. The head is affixed to a large 8-limbed armature made of wicker and wire, situated so that it faces the doorway where you entered. Near it is a wooden crate. Flies buzz around this disordered room, landing occasionally on animal carcasses that lie strewn in small piles. On a low table rests an assortment of tools: saws, knives, scrapers, a hand-cranked drill, sewing threaded needles, and awls. All surround several taxidermic subjects in various stages of completion. A shelf that looks on the verge of collapse leans against the wall between two windows and bears the weight of dozens of stuffed horrors. Each one is an artless combination of 2 or more animals.
What a waste of perfectly good carcasses.
Solo's reaction is right there in general for you to enjoy.
Let me see, yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, Hop Pop.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Well, I hate this room.
I
Here.
do not like any of this.
I have posted another interesting reaction.
Yeah. Also appropriate.
Rhodey's actually gonna be like, "Oh hey, you found? Oh my fucking god!"
Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna be over here. You guys do whatever you want over there. I'm gonna be over here.
Meanwhile, there's Predicat's reaction.
Is there anything magical in this room?
Let's see.
Yeah.
You don't detect anything magical in here. As you look over to the crate that's nearby, it has etched on the crate. It has the word Bavlorna written on it.
Oh. Pop that open.
All right. You go to lift the lid up, and you see a decent-sized swarm of flies erupts from it and begins to dissipate around in the room.
Well, that's
It's
going to take a while to put back in.
Inside the crate, you see the carcass of a curled-up 8-legged reptile with spikes running down its back.
Oh, poor thing. I wonder why I would keep this in here, though. It has Bavlorna's name on it.
Maybe it's
What?
something she needed for a spell or something.
Would it be a nature check to determine the species?
Sure.
22.
You determine that's the carcass of a basilisk.
Hmm.
A basilisk.
We're outputting the reaction. This is basically what Rhodey did.
With the 22, above game, I know basilisks can turn people to stone, but in game with that 22, would Vez should know that.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
She blinks. Now, why would a hag need the carcass of something that can turn people to stone?
Because they're evil, hateful creatures.
I was going to say maybe she wanted to turn someone to stone, or an antidote to extort someone with.
All equally valid answers.
Prairie Cash just, like, while looking at the group but not really caring, just hands turn into claws, rip open the box behind him.
How fresh does the corpse look?
With that nature check, it seems like that's probably been there for a while. Kind of hard to ascertain how long, but you could guess it's probably been weeks, maybe, at least.
Well, whatever she brought it here for, it's been quite some time. She probably already got the use out of it.
Let's see.
Hmm.
As you go to rip open that crate predicates, that one you see a kind of like a jumble of various pelts. You see some squirrels and some turtles, and you see like a cat carcass in there as well. Just kind of a hodgepodge of a bunch of smaller animal skins in there and in various states of decay.
Such a waste.
Hmm.
Check the barrels. And maybe see if there's any usable tools on that table. I think they're going to be hard to come by.
Burl.
You know what? A thought just occurred to me. Hey, Mila, could I look around this room for maybe some special bones or something to that effect?
Yeah, sure enough. You see there's a great assortment of bones. You see there's a couple of piles that are kind of scattered about the workbenches and the shelves there.
All right. Any of them have any unique markings or anything of the like?
Yeah, oddly enough, you do see some bones actually right next to the workbench. As you kind of look at them, you see they're numbered.
Ooh. Tom's gonna pick those up. I could use these for a spell of mine.
All right. And while you're looking at that, Sola, are you looking at the workbench or the barrels there?
Barrel.
You see the barrels, you open one up, you just see another large horde of flies erupt out of the barrel, and you look outside, you see what looks to be a bunch of guts and intestines inside there that are just like wriggling and writhing around. Yeah, it looks like there are maggots in there.
Everything's terrible. Just gonna close that back up. Nope. Just look at the workbench.
So this is the corpse room, it seems.
It's terrible. I don't like it.
Yes, I remember my dissection class or in the medical college.
It's a waste of good
Yes.
meat.
Yeah.
But-
You
but
see
too-
there are saws and scalpels and knives and files of sort, and you do see there's a wooden box on there as well. A small one that has looks like it has drawers on it.
Ooh. Pick it up. Fiddle and tug.
Yeah, as you kind of go to you slide open a couple of drawers on there. Yeah, it looks like it has a bunch of glass eyes in it of various sizes. And as you kind of look around, and one of them in particular is made of wood.
Huh. Pick that one up. Dom,
Alright.
come back.
Hmm?
I have found trinkets.
All right, give me a moment here.
Presents the eyeballs.
I will look them in the eye. Are they magic?
I have to double check something quick.
Hopefully I didn't just kill you.
I remember Baldur's Gate. Our playthrough, or Draco, our playthrough, wasn't it you that got the fake eye from Volo?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
I trusted him implicitly, and he popped my eye out and gave me one that sees invisibility, so it worked out in the end.
See, I trusted him, but then I backed out of it way too soon. So it still took me forever. I thought he killed me. I'm not gonna lie. So I just restarted.
I mean, honestly, that's fair.
I actually used Vezka
I
the
just-
first
but no,
time
no,
I
no.
like properly played through Baldur's Gate 3, and I actually did get that one in that playthrough.
Oh yeah, I got it on my like first character too. I said, let's see how deep this rabbit hole goes before I reload. No, you got it. Just you're almost there, up. What happened to my eye?
I literally just imagined Vezka would actually be like coaching him through the whole thing, completely conscious. Just be like, "Oh, just make sure you don't hit that. Okay, no, that's good. Okay, yep. Deeper, harder.
Pretty sure that's the optic nerve.
Aren't you in excruciating pain? Yes, but don't worry about me. Worrying about your job, not mine. I can heal myself. You can't."
Hearing that exchange, Praedykash says to himself, I feel like I'm going to end this journey with far less companions. They have the survivability of lemmings.
I don't know why this is just compelled me to do this. Sindara's just gonna jump in the well by hold on to the edge of it and reach down.
Everything will be fine.
So many
Ve-
things
Ve-
going on all at once that can
Investigate-
only end well.
Investigating magic eyeballs, going into wells, seeing dead basilisks, going through doors. This is fine.
Vezka, if Redicat said that out loud, Vezka would just yell out to him, says, "Don't worry, you have me." Unless of course I am told.
It would have been
by-
under his breath. You wouldn't have heard it.
Okay,
But
never
at
mind.
most, Rhodey might have heard it.
Yeah, because like Rhodey would have heard him say that. I'm like, no, I don't see any logic in that, or I don't see any flaw in that logic.
She will return to staring at / taking a closer look at the corpses here / I'm assuming trophies, whatever.
I think Mel is still investigating what the eyes do.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's like one
No
weird thing. If you guys want to take a break while I just look that up real quick.
You know what? That works. I'll be
Yeah,
right
that
back.
works. I could fill my water and all that.
Also,
honestly-
thank you to Rat Travel 420 and Baby Eater 17 for the follows.
Jesus, those names are amazing.
Yep,
I was
Rat
gonna
Traveler.
say, what a name.
I'm just imagining like a guy who has a rat travels around places and gets high, and then Baby Eater's just like, I don't condone, but I also don't know the context.
Rat Chat makes me think of Beast Wars.
I honestly have a bad feeling about this whale.
Well, it actively like has something to do with our skin, even when it doesn't directly touch it, and you are getting at least 70% of your body in it.
It says it's tingling, so I just want to try something to see what happens.
It is a three-way. This would just be like a moment where Praedykas would just look at Rhodey. It's a three-way tie of which one will die first. That one, Dumph, or Sola.
Okay.
Look, I like her, but I'm pretty sure Sola's gonna be the first one to go.
No, valid. If I cared about money, I would start the bet.
I mean, I
Oh,
care
you
about
got-
money. You want like, how much are we talking?
I have 9 gold. I spent all of my money when we bought those useless tickets.
Again, I love that like Burnout. You're like both our characters are the only two that are like, yeah, no, we're actually the responsible ones, and that's actually kind of annoyed.
We're also not even friends. We're just observing.
Like, Rhodey is doing as little as possible because he knows that the instant he touches something, it's gonna be like, oh, I'm spraying a trap from the hag. He's dead now.
They're like, no, don't do that.
Like
And this
that is
one's-
literally his rogue instincts kicking in. Like, don't touch anything, don't do anything. We're in the house of a hag. Everything here is cursed in some way.
Does that
That's why he
include
didn't get in the water.
Does that include me? I was made by a hag.
Probably. I mean, what you did what you did with your mouth earlier, that was kind of creepy.
I mean, I just see it as making my own food. Lots of protein and bugs.
God damn it! I can't find any logic in that. Or not. Cause Rhodey's a roadrunner. He eats bugs. He doesn't announce it, but he does.
I just love that the literal murder hobo is the voice of reason.
The murder hobo is the voice of reason, and the rogue's the cautious one.
Well, technically, you got 2 murder hobos, but one's just in a well at the moment.
I have returned.
Welcome back. You missed the great interactions of just talking about how you are tied in the top 3 of most likely to get themselves killed.
I mean, fair. Listen, Darmp has his childlike wonder still, which means he's not very cautious.
Meanwhile, Predicat's whole thing is that, like, we were prepared for murder, we were going to do very well, and then everybody just forgot we were prepared for murder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, Darmp was really hoping he could try and get some intel on the other hags out of this, but then Bavlorna had to ruin it by not being here.
knowing Cinderella's father is the only reason why she's acting like she is, because his childlike wonder is off on a whole different level.
That's because elven curiosity often overrides her sense of reason.
Okay.
I shouldn't touch this because it will probably do bad things. But I want to see what happens. And I want to see what that bad thing is.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Predicat's just like, I get to stop relying on these people for doing things, because I have a feeling they're not going to be around much longer.
And Rhodey's just, look, the instant I touch something, something's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna touch anything because I'm, this is one of the few times I don't trust it.
This from the bird who stole a magic sword that talks.
Yeah, and look what it got him. He has to get into 1,000 fights now or something like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how many fights he has to do.
Well, you're in the right group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we came here. The first thing that happened, someone tried to mug us.
And then they learned better. Except they didn't, because we came back and met them again. But still.
I mean, at least we can say that the phrase "no survivors" did not factor in. And now that we have enough people, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break.
Alright.
It wasn't stealing because they tried to steal from us first. It was just payback.
Yeah. It's like self-defense, but stealing.
I'm mad that I didn't get to do nothing on that first fight.
I'm a little bummed he managed to beat my cripple, though, because that would have been funny. Oh, I see you're fast. No, you're not.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay, I need to, like, Rhodey in character will be like, okay, I just need to end this battle quickly. That's why he's it's like, I'm not even gonna give him the benefit of doing anything. I'm just gonna stab the squid.
I am returned.
Welcome back. All right. Now that I finally got that resolved, is everybody good to continue?
Yep.
Should
I
be.
believe so.
This should be funny.
All right. Yeah. As you're kind of looking over, yeah, you don't detect any magic from the eyes, Duff.
Nope. Just a regular old set of eyes.
Surprising. Think we should take it anyway.
I mean, we could, but Domp will, like, dig around in his bag, pull out the vitrified eye of a displacer beast. I have this already. From my journeys in the Feywild before here.
Oh.
I just sort of wandered into a hut and found it and left. Not sure who owned the hut or this eye, but it's mine now.
Do you want to add it to the collection? She says, holding out the box.
You know what? He will add the eye in and grab it.
And Sindara gets inside the well while holding onto the edge and reaching down.
Okay. How far are you gonna be reaching down?
As far as I can reach while holding onto the edge.
Always a good
Okay.
question.
Well,
Remember, they
at
said they
the
were
same
getting
time
in the
this is
well.
happening- At the same time, predicates, I'm assuming you're going to that door to open it?
No, he's watching this. He's just gonna be like, first a snail and now this. Actually, I'm putting my odds on that one.
Well, as you begin to reach down further, you meet a lot more resistance than you thought you would have. And let's see. Hold on a second. Where's the stat block for this thing?
Okay,
That's good news.
this is a mimic door. That'll be great.
I'm thinking Oziug.
You feel
I'm thinking
something
Warbeard.
you feel something begin to push back as you begin to make its way up. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Fuck.
Your party is full of ADHD children. What's
Fuck.
this?
Everyone else, you look in the room as you see Sindara jump into the well. Then suddenly it looks like water is kind of displacing, and you see some form kind of make its way out. But it's odd.
Oh,
Oh, fuck me.
As unfortunately, Sindara, you are currently engulfed by this thing that as it makes its way out, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Real quick, and Rhodey runs over here. Guys, get out here! We got a slime!
oh dear.
Meanwhile, Brady guys just cross their arms. I'm not helping.
I'll put this box of. Do you want the box of eyes, or shall I keep the other box of eyes?
I'll
Wait
keep
till
the box of
later,
eyes.
get
I
out
added an
here!
eye.
Didn't even hear that. What was that?
I'll keep the box. I added my
Okay.
eye to it.
Okay.
Like, Rhodey hearing this conversation was just like, no, stop. Just do that later.
But it's so
Sindara.
fun.
No reason not to have a civil conversation amongst murder.
Yes, we'll get to whatever's out there. It's not that far
Sindara is
away.
currently absorbed by the cube and possibly drowning in or suffocating. Meanwhile, we're just talking about eyes.
Yeah.
This is the
Well,
this is the Feywild. This is appropriate.
Just
good
normal
news.
thing.
Well, no, it's
news.
literally is living my best life. They're drowning in the background. It's not about them.
Funny thing about this. Good news is this is not a gelatinous cube. Above board, this is actually something called a gelatinous cylinder.
Ah, good.
So the same thing, just different shape.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Where does the Sindara go? That's right, the square hole.
But the real question is, when do we encounter the gelatinous trapezoid?
No, the most terrifying object. Gelatinous sphere.
Oh god.
Now I just try to remember the red versus blue line. The parallelogram of something.
But
Oh god, okay. Right. Initiative stuff. Alright.
I think you can take off the whatever it was.
Right. Yeah, the dark mantle. Or wait.
Draco,
Oh, there we go.
I'm immediately having flashbacks to the beginning of the Revalia when Lilith got absorbed by the fucking candy slime.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
or when Snack
You know-
ate the popcorn. Swarm.
All right, so me first. I take it.
Yep. Top of the round is Rudy's turn.
He's gonna come right here, basically, to make sure that he doesn't have Sindara in his sight at all, and just Eldritch Blast. And not with a 7 at least. Nice.
A 7 hits actually.
Oh shit! Really? Boom. 7 force
Alright.
damage.
Haha, jackpot. Anyway, yeah, your Eldritch Blast flies out. You manage to knock off a slight shimmer of whatever this slime is that apparently has captured Sindara. Anything else for your turn?
That's it. Well, actually, real quick, it's a free action. All right, our focus is to get her out of there, but don't hit her. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Sindara, it's your turn.
What are my options at the moment?
I forgot. 1 second. There's one thing. Or as you entered inside of it, you did take some damage. So let me out of the way real quick. Great. You have taken 8 points of acid damage.
No. What are my options for being inside this at the moment?
You are currently restrained inside of it. You could take a strength check in order to try and make your way out of it.
Restrain. Yeah, I will go ahead and do that strength save.
Yeah. Actually, let me go ahead and get some more appropriate music going on here.
And of course.
right, 9. Yeah, you managed to not be able to break yourself out of it.
The Dara crosses their arms. And that will be my turn.
All right. Next up will be Dumph.
All right, Dolph's gonna move on out. Just a quick question: if I use my breath weapon, will that hit Sindara too, or if I aim it like this, should I be only hitting the cube?
You can aim it in a way so that you're not hitting her.
Fantastic. Dom's gonna pour himself a cup of tea, swig it really fast, and then breathe fire at the cube. Damn, rolled really bad, but that'd be 2 damage if it hits.
Oh, wow, that's like a reason to scroll down. Can you believe? With the -4 dex that fails.
I am shocked. Truly.
Alright.
Is that an action, I believe? Attack action. Place your attacks with the... Yeah, so that is indeed an attack action. I don't think I have any bonus actions that would be worth it at this time, so... After stepping there, I think that was his full movement. Oh no, I have like 1 more feet of movement. I'll move over here so other people can have at it, and that'll be my turn.
Alright, pray the kits.
Yeah, here's his reaction in general. Just crosses his arms. They're going to have to learn to be responsible for their actions eventually.
Nope, not getting out of this chair.
And ends his turn.
Well, okay then. Veska, it's your turn. What do you do?
I mean, he literally just said that the odds went super up high for Sindara in the 3-way tie of who will survive.
Veska's gonna wander out. She's gonna look at the situation.
Sidara waves.
Hi, I'm getting eaten alive.
Oh, let's see that cube.
Yeah, I see the cube. What
Good.
about the cube? Ah, yes, a fairy fire. Excellent. Surely a gelatinous cylinder can surely dash that, and it rolled a -3.
Yeah. Natural 1. Natural 1.
Woo!
There you go. Any attack against it has advantage.
Well, Sindara also has to... Oh, wait, so no, you did it out of the way.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
I did it so that it was out of the way.
All right, Sola. Let's say anything else for you, Veska? Anything for the Choco?
I'm checking bonus actions. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything.
Okay. Sola.
Yep,
What do
I'm
you do?
good.
Well, first things first. Sola is going to ring her her violin clear and true and give a bardic inspiration. A bardic inspiration to Sindara. As well as you are also going to get a mote of potential along with it. So,
Hooray.
basically, you get your bardic inspiration roll, and if you use that mote of potential, you can use it for whichever of those dice you want, but you get some sort of added effect depending on which dice you use it for. So, So that is her bonus action. She has waddled her way over here. Let's see. And with hands on her 2 hips as she eyeballs this one over yonder. Let's see. I just need to double check something. Oh, good. Could use her hands on her hips. Submit. Command. Help.
Let's see.
On bread and cats. So you need to do a wisdom saving throw, please.
That is fucking beautiful. I love that.
Wow.
First good roll of the game! You are going to block. No, because he is so mad right now. You are literally seeing him wanting to throttle. I said stop using magic!
Well, you know what? You can punish me by punishing that.
No, I could punish you by punishing you!
I would be very upset if you hit that thing right there.
I love that response. I can punish you by punishing you!
Fantastic. Thank you, Caitlin. That was fun.
That was fun. Alright. Anything else for your turn, that's all?
Yes, that's my turn.
Alright.
I just want to point out that that was a battle of wits that was completely one-sided.
Alright. Oh.
I think we know what the quote of the session is gonna be now.
I can punish you by punishing you!
Yeah, no, it has to be.
It's either that or the episode title. Let's let Robot decide.
Ugh. Bad news. Sidara, as it moves on to the cylinder's turn, you take 22 points of acid damage. As it begins to move 5, 10, 15 feet. And it's actually going to use its action to dash. 5, 10, 15. As it slowly but surely is gonna barrel its way around the sides here. That's it for its turn. Rudy, it's now your turn.
Because I'm going to... because I can do this, he's gonna Eldritch Vocation, Eldritch Spear, to make sure he can hit. Because I don't want to measure how long. Or
Oh yeah,
actually,
that's always active, so you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, because it would have been it wouldn't have been outright either way. So yeah, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna just Eldritch Blast again, try to kill this thing. Actually, no, I'm gonna do a Witch Bolt instead.
all right, roll the hit.
Ooh.
No!
Unfortunately, that one is a miss.
Stone grinding sound as he turns his head to you.
Not now!
The best part is he has no pupils, so
to
they can't
save
get
her.
bigger.
I'm doing this for the right reason, asshole. Either shut the fuck up or help me.
Alright. Well, anything else for your turn then, Rudy?
That's it.
Alright, Sidara.
Yeah, I'm going to try to break out again.
Alright. Strength check.
Oop.
24. You managed to, with all of your might, you do manage to break your way out of the cylinder.
She'll brush herself off, looks at the cube, looks at everybody, and just start running.
Alright, it is going to make an attack of opportunity against you. As it lashes out. Hold on. Cylinder. Where's your attacks go? Where the... I swear I have so many tabs open up on here, it's like trying to sort it out. Even with the opacity of this bitch. Ah, there you are.
I think you meant the
So
audacity of this
power
bitch,
attack
but it's
against
also
you.
opaque.
Yep. A 6, I assume, will miss.
He says 6.
Yep.
Miss. And as
Alright.
she's running, Thundara's just going to yell, "It's trying to eat me!"
Alright, anything else for your turn?
No.
Alright, Dump.
Dumph is going to sigh. Alright. So, you really shouldn't have used a spell on predicates. We have words. We can try to convince people with words. We don't need to use magic. Predicates, I understand you're very upset. Understandably and reasonably so. But please help us fight this thing, because if we have to fight this, and then Bavlorna gets in, and we have to fight them both, it's going to be significantly worse.
I want you to picture this heartfelt plea, and then Sola has a very evil, mischievous smile behind him.
And then Predicate just
Like,
have
I'm
to...
gonna point out, he did diplomacy. Brody's just like, no, fuck you, help us. I wonder which one he's gonna respect more, honestly.
Alright, well. That was your, I'll say that was a free action to try and talk as you do that. Anything else for your action there, Dump?
For my actual action, I'm going to look at the cube. You know, the state you're in, you should probably be a bit more, dubitant. And I'm going to use the Hex Hesitate. It can either use its action or it can move. It cannot do both on its turn. This effect lasts till the end of my next turn, and Domph will darkly chuckle to extend that by a round. So until the end of my turn after next turn, it can only move or attack, not both.
Okay. Alright. Anything else?
Nope. That'd be me.
Alright. Predicates, how do you respond?
Predicates will turn to him and go, "I am helping, because if I don't, you will waste enough magic that I will kill you and the witch!"
It's any consolation, the hexes don't cost any energy.
And he is going to run over there, and then, because he can, because this room is just small enough for everything to do, he's going to put a Dust Devil in front of it.
Okay.
It's only going to take 1 damage, but again, it gets knocked back 10 feet.
Alright.
Well, actually, let me check. I need to make sure if it's 10 or 5. I know it gets moved.
Ah, there's...
That is wild. You rolled 1 both times on this.
I mean, that's the beauty of the Eldritch thing, is that this is a spell that can be very useful, but because it's a 2nd level spell that only does 1d8, no one ever takes it.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Actually, let me look
having the
up.
ability to cast it at will at least justifies it, because then it's slightly better than a cantrip. The downside is that it'll never be higher than a 2nd level spell.
Mm.
Okay, do.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna pull something out of the...
It is pushed 10 feet.
Oh. Yeah, hold on. Oh, there it is. Well, just say it looks like. I'll just use that as a token for now. And how big is it? Dust Devil.
Dust Devil has a range of everything within 5 feet of it gets pushed back 10 feet, which that thing would be in its range.
Okay, so if it was right here.
Oh, no, it'd go one more square. It'd go one more square.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just use the dust method to represent the cube from your Dust Devil.
Oh, okay. Then I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was supposed to be a thing. Then it would be like literally right in front of the trapdoor because that's where the thing was.
Yep. Okay.
I didn't know if hitting it made something else spawn.
Okay.
And as he does this, Praedykas is literally glaring at all of them, and he is looking at you with the way he looked at what was the Haragon right before he killed it. The one with the brand.
Oh.
Longscar.
Scar.
Yeah.
The brick, it's the first beer. Alright, anything else to return predicates?
That's it. I would also say probably give me control of the method token. Because it can move.
Yeah, sure. I can also move it for you if you move it out. Just gotta do this fly. But yeah, Veska, it's your turn.
Give me 1 second to fix something here real quick.
Let's see.
Alright. Get right here. This kid's gotta look at Sindara and say, Do you need healing?
Yes.
Excellent. And
Wait,
I'm gonna do
Can
a.
we hear that real quick?
Yeah,
Are you-
I assume you would.
I'm not being quiet about it.
You feel look at that you. Sundara, you're the one who's just gonna slime. You need healing. Also, save that.
You'll also hear a very loud growl.
For that reason.
Veska will look over at Sindara, and I'm gonna cast this at level 2. Take 7 healing from Healing Ward.
Thank you.
And then she's going to stare over at the cube. Actually, I need to make sure that this is. And she's going to look over at this cube, point at it, and so it's taking damage this turn, correct? Or this
Yes,
so
it
far
has.
this combat.
Yep.
All right, so she's going to point at this. She's gonna point at this thing. The Undertaker gong is going to sound, and that's gonna be DC 13 Wisdom save to take 9 necrotic damage from Toll the Dead.
You rolled a 17. So it passed.
That'll be turn.
Alright. Sola. Your turn.
Rocking back and forth on heels. Well. Healing word on Sindara.
Wait, what? Oh.
You know what? This probably wouldn't have happened if we had just gotten a little bit of help earlier. Maybe next time somebody will think twice about not helping their teammates. Blinks innocently.
That's the response he would have on his turn. I'm so glad I have so many Eddie Kingston gifts on command.
So, that's your healing word. Oh,
Dolphins just go. I'm sorry.
I don't want to cut the back. Let that roll out. You're saying?
He is the right person to have on hand for this character. But Rhodey's just gonna look over at her. You realize he's gonna kill you, right?
No,
He's the one that piqued my curiosity and smudged this thing on me.
So, that was your bonus action for healing word. Anything else for your turn there, Sola?
Oh. Is this an action? It is just a cantrip. Hold on.
Yep.
It is,
Yep.
yes. We'll do a vicious mockery. Might as well. Wisdom save. Take one whole hacking damage.
You see the cylinder just kind of wiggles for a second, reverts back to a cube as it takes the damage.
Take that.
That's right. The square hole. That's my turn.
You insulted so hard you turned it into a square. Alright, well. This thing's not too bright, so it's gonna be 5, 10.
We'll reroll.
As it's gonna go ahead and try to make the strength save against the Dust Devil. Wait. Roll damage for the Dust Devil.
Oh, max damage.
Alright, so that was... And that's its turn. It's back to the top of the turn order with Rudy.
Direct shot, Eldritch Blast again. And he's gonna dead eye look at Predacos doing this. You know this doesn't cost me a damn thing if I ever hit it.
Well, it's under fairy fire, so you get advantage on it. So
I
that hit.
I was gonna say, remember guys, Fairy Fire is still active.
True.
Wish it would have been active before, but seven damage.
Alright. Anything else?
That's it.
Sindara.
She's not going nowhere near the thing again.
It's fair.
Alright. Dub.
Alright. Sola, please stop antagonizing Predacats. We don't need this right now. I have a spell that can calm emotions, but I don't want to use it because that's another point of contention here.
She has her chin and nose stubbornly up in the air with her arms crossed.
Look, both. I'm just. He's gonna look at the cube. and he's going to pull out his crossbow that he has and fire at it. Unsure it'll really do any. Oh my god, that's 21. So 1 piercing damage.
We are doing nothing but chip
All right.
damage to this thing.
We are.
All right. Yeah, you see your arrow just kind of go through or go into it, and then it embeds into the boards behind it,
This is
and
why
you see the one begin to burn away at it. Anything else?
I don't think I have a bonus action that would really work here. I mean, I could bring out Dorman, but like, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything without getting absorbed into that. So it's probably best to just not bring him out.
All right. Predicates.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will move the method you didn't give me permission.
Oh, where are you gonna move him? I can move him for you.
It has a feet of 20. It has 20 feet of movement, so it's basically just going to get right next to it.
5, 10 behind it.
I mean, that's as far as I can move. That's the limit of Dust Devil.
All right.
So,
All right. Going up. Strength save.
yep. 2.
Passes.
Then it
That's-
takes.
yeah, it beats.
Then it takes 3 damage and is not moved.
Okay.
But then also, it has to make a save on its turn too, because it's basically anything within 5 feet of it.
Yep. Gotcha.
At which point you guys will see, again, Predicat's claws come out and basically just tear apart this, like, little railing. Next person to cast a spell, I'm attacking you.
Well, I'm
Alright.
safe.
Veska. What you do with Veska?
Contemplating. She'll get right here. Just she'll look at Predicats and just say, "For the record, this is not a spell." And you guys will watch as the faint earthy smell that has been around Veska this entire time just intensifies magnitudely as spores now surround her visibly. And I'm gonna use. Wait, that's not right. There we go. Action Symbionic Entity. As an action, I expend a use of my wild shape feature to awaken these spores rather than transforming into a beast form, and you gain 4 temp HP for each level I have in this class, which is currently 3. So I currently have 12 temp HP. And while this is active, whenever I deal my hail spores damage, I roll the damage die a second time. So I basically have 2d4. My melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to anything they hit, and this benefit lasts for 10 minutes. Until I lose all my temp HP, or until I use my wild shape again.
All right.
So let me add the 12.
All right. And while you're
And-
doing that, I assume that's your turn.
Yes.
All right. Sola, what you doing?
I'll do another one. You look just as ugly as Predicat's attitude.
Let's give it strength.
It wiggles, but it reverts back into a cylinder form. It passed the save.
Oh, let's see. That was my action. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's see. I'll give. Can I do 2? I think I can. Wonder if I should. No, I should save those. Okay, that'll be my turn for now.
All right. It is now the gelatinous cylinder's turn. I rolled for its strength save and it passed, so go ahead and roll damage for it.
Okay, give me a second here. I was also trying to check and see if moving it was a bonus action or an action, because if so, then I could have also been doing cantrips. So it takes 2.
All right, 2.
We are nickel and diming this thing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's gonna move 5, 10, 15, dash.
Ignore that.
As 20, 25.
Can it dash?
30.
That's an action, isn't it? And Dump's thing is still on it? Question mark?
So my thing, it can only take an attack or it can move. It doesn't mention it turns off actions.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So, and at this point, it begins to make its way through, and it absorbs all of the mannequins and the ugly hat.
The hat deserved it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's all of its movement. Back to you, Rudy.
Oh no.
Now I'm just trying to see like how long it would dash, or like how long it would be to move. But Rudy's not gonna move. He's just gonna Eldritch Blast again. Because like it's the only in his mind, it's the only thing that's actually working.
Nine hits. Roll damage.
Oh.
Another 5 points, but he's still it's like, hey, I'm fucking hitting him. At least I'm doing damage. The only thing I can do right now. He's far away, and I prefer to keep it that way.
All right. Anything else, Rudy?
9.
All right. Zadara, are you gonna do anything?
5, 10, 15. I'll move right there. And that's her turn.
All right. Dump.
Alright. So my hex is worn off. I could do the same one again and make it so he can only move or attack, or I could limit his movement so the Dust Devil could potentially catch up to it.
Above game, I'm just going to recast it because it's easier than trying to move the Dust Devil with its bonus action.
Fair enough. So in that instance, I'll use Hesitate because it's better to make it so it can only move an attack than it is to limit its movement to 10. So both would be pretty useful.
I just hope it doesn't have enough movement to get to Sandara, who decided to leave the safe area.
Oh. Well, she didn't know that you were about to do that.
Yeah, no, but then again, this is good. You are learning the repercussions of your actions. Praedykots is happy.
So, Dumph will once again cast Hesitate on the cube. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw or it takes place.
It rolled a 3.
Yeah, once again, it is bound, and I will use my bonus action to cackle to extend that to my second round. At the end of that, it will get back its freedom of movement and attack. But that'll be me.
Praedykots.
You'll watch.
Actually, say something to Praedykat. Could you put that Dust Devil inside it?
Yes, I'm not sure how it will move. Fine. You will watch as he just sucks in the Dust Devil back into his pipe, and then yeah, I'll place it right on top of it. So it's within 5. Every part of it's within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Okay, this will be interesting. Let me double check the double real quick. Just to make sure.
Yeah, it only says that everything within 5 feet of it gets moved 10 feet, so...
Yep. It specifies unoccupied 5-foot cube of air, so...
Ah, okay. Well then. If he would have known that, he would have just been like, no, sorry, you need to still learn. And I'll put it in front of it, so that way it doesn't get to Veska.
Okay. Straight save.
You assume I didn't want it to come to me.
No, he assumes you're an unlearning idiot and he's going to kill you.
Alright. Roll for damage. Oh, 5 force. Oh, wait, no. 7 bludgeoning.
And that will end his turn as he is now still, like, veins in his neck and forehead throbbing. At this point, you might as well just insert a Doflamingo gif. No, that's a different character's laugh, Bella.
Well, Doflamingo does laugh like that.
Maybe in the Japanese. I've been watching the subs a lot. Not subs, dubs.
Ah, in the sub he does. Alright, Veska.
Well, I had a plan. We'll stay out of the 5-foot radius of the thing. And I guess I'll just go ahead and... Not wanting to burn any spell slots, I guess we'll just go ahead and Undertaker gong him again.
Alright. That's a failure. Roll a d12.
10 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Does it do anything else? Let me double check.
I was really hoping you say it would die on that music sting, because that was actually perfect.
Dude, if only.
No, it doesn't do anything additional, just 10 necrotic damage.
Alright. Anything else for your turn then, Veska?
Nah.
Alright, how about you, Sola?
So, very serious question for you, Vaughn. Did Predicates say you still need to learn out loud?
Yes.
Good. I'm so happy.
Oh, no.
Then I am so sorry for the next time the turn order runs around.
That's okay. This squabble needs to happen, and I'm ready for it. Shatter on the big thing, on the cube.
All right, got save. That's a failure.
Okay, so it takes 12 thunder damage.
I hear a loud, just rattling kaboom as you see some splinters fly up from the floor for the damage. A mannequin just gets thrusted out from inside of the ooze.
Oh, it's so sticky.
Hey, on the plus side,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we're
anything. Sorry, anything inanimate has disadvantage, probably destroyed. Just if that matters in that corner.
All the mannequins that were inside of it just shatter, just...
I mean, on the plus side, the hag definitely heard that.
I'm pretty sure the hag's heard all of this.
Assuming she's still in the house.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's no way in hell she didn't hear the fucking explosion go off.
The
Or any of the
explosion.
Eldritch blasts.
Or Predicat yelling, Sandari yelling.
Rhodey yelling.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Alright. Well, it's the cube's turn. Or the cylinder's turn. Or the gelatinous form's turn, I guess, at this point. It's going to... try to be... Well, it is going to be stupid at this point. It's like, huh? Go ahead and roll for the damage as it tries to make the straight save. It passes.
So it takes whatever you want to say is half of 5.
Half rounded down. So. Alright, so 5. Feels resistance. 10, 15, dash, 20, 25, 30. Rudy, it's your turn.
I'm going to keep hitting this fucker until he dies. You know what? Again, I'm gonna try a Witch Bolt.
10 hits.
Yeah.
Or an 18 hits, rather.
It's at first level because I don't have any second level slots.
Alright.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to hit 2 people, it seems.
I have something if he does.
Anything else, Rudy?
That's it.
Alright, how about you, Sandara?
She's throwing her javelin at it.
Alright. Roll a hit with advantage.
16
Hits!
for 5.
Sandara,
Yes.
how do you take down this ooze?
She does a quick prayer to the Queen of Air and Darkness, and then just chuck the spear and gets ready to run the other way.
Yep, as your javelin flies through, it manages to, with that last little bit as it tries to maintain its corporeal form, it wobbles and then slowly dissolves and collapses into the floorboards. As that will conclude combat.
Well,
Sandara looks at the party. I did it.
do
Sure did.
a 15 and 26 hit for Sola, then Rody.
Does it? Hold on. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
because I mean, either one of those would have hit for me. So, yeah.
So literally in a giant arcing swing from his claws, just into both of you, like, he probably would have missed your neck, Sola, and gotten you around the chest. Rody, it's probably in the back of your shoulder.
Oh well, Rody's not gonna handle that at all, and yeah. 2 can play at that game, asshole.
Alright,
Control your
everyone,
fucking
please
Templar.
just calm down. Everyone is at fault here. This isn't helpful.
Sandara
I
grabs her.
agree.
Sandara grabs her javelin.
Oh, this is perfect.
Okay, 10 acid, 14. Okay, gotcha.
No, not for you. That's it. We're still like only 4th level, so that's the max. That's like a just flat damage. You take the 10. Deluna had 4.
Okay.
So then it should say AC. It should say DC 15
Oh yeah, I need to make a save. That's dexterity, right?
or DC 16 actually, because
That shouldn't be
that's
possible.
what.
You're a multi-class. You can't have higher than me with an actual 20 in the casting stat.
So like mine's it's your dex, right?
Yeah, it's my dex. I haven't rolled it yet. But I'm saying
asking for what the DC
It
is.
should be proficiency plus your charisma modifier if you're casting it as from Warlock.
it's plus 8, so 8 plus.
8 plus proficiency plus your casting
8 plus
modifier.
6, so 14.
Yep.
And No, he's not. He's got the moral high ground. He's not going to resist any of that. So roll your damage.
Oh, it was 10. He already rolled it.
Yeah.
Ah, great. That's a good chunk of my health. But now he is on fire and glaring at the both of you, almost frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, so Sola is the same, and you did see, at least before Domf said anything, it looked like she was about to cast another spell.
Please, everyone. We have way too many problems to be fighting each other right now. Everyone is in the wrong here at this point. Predicates, I understand you're angry, but you shouldn't be attacking these people. How is this helping us? And anyway, you two shouldn't be antagonizing him, making the situation worse.
No, we
I
are supposed to be
wasn't.
we are supposed to be a team, and if he's not going to be a part of the team, well, then he needs to learn.
Yes.
Aside from that, I was
We
actually
are-
trying to fucking help.
Yes, you were. But everyone is pissed off right now. Pradicats is making a good point that we shouldn't be using all of our spells at this early when we have to deal with a hag at the end of all of this. But at the same time, we're fighting this gelatinous thing now. And we have to use some of our resources to actually be effective against it, because it's a cube of acid.
Especially if I have to pick up somebody's slack for not doing anything. Glaring at Petty Cats.
Okay, I will do a flavor thing. I'm not going to damage you anymore because, again, it's also counterproductive and I don't want to keep, like, attacking people. But he is literally going to reach his hand out. It is now in his clawed primal savagery form. But he is not breaking the skin, but you can feel all of the thorns, and he is pressing you to the wall. I am incapable of caring if any other being lives or dies. I have been given a mission by my mistress. I will fulfill it either over your dead body or dragging it along. We are
Misty
not
step.
friends.
I'm just gonna go over here.
Predicate, you feel a sword. Oh, you see Rhodey's rapier right in front of you. And how, if I may ask, are you going to fulfill that without your fucking head? Get over yourself and actually work with us, and we might actually be able to do this.
He's just glaring with you
I've
with
been the rational one this entire fucking time. You're being the irrational jackass. So actually, if you want to complete your damn mission, help us out.
I have a question. Can I see behind Rhodey?
Yeah, as you all hear like a very pronounced like as you see two more of those very small looking creatures who kind of make their way out.
Once more, Dustel just... This one pops. That one goes there.
Over to here.
Yeah.
Okay. As they fail to save, they get blown up the stairs.
At which point, just looking at you down the, like, length of your sword will be like, your back was open. Learn to watch it.
You know, that's actually helpful. So thank you. Shall we go downstairs finally? Or shall we just keep this stupid argument going?
Search
I
the
think
last
I
room.
prefer the first one.
Search the last room on this floor, and then we will find where this hag is.
I agree.
Go.
You'll notice that all of the emotion has just sort of left Domf at this point. No longer anger or happy, just complete monotone. Let's move on.
Hold on a second.
Veska's facial expression has basically not changed from her like resting face this entire time as she just watched us all happen.
Sola's nose is perfectly in the air as she just kind of stomps over to the unexplored door.
Actually, I think there's
Birdie.
2 doors we haven't opened.
I would point out that
Birdie.
Parade Cats point out that that
Hold on.
one just leads to a balcony. We could see it on the.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. So, Rudy, after your exchange, you see that some ugly weeds have sprouted at your feet. Predicates above your head, you see a cloud that had swarmed above you in the form of an old woman's sad face.
He'll swipe at it once. If it doesn't disappear, he'll just not care. He's basically going to dissipate this dust devil and just stand. Since he knows that people are coming down from these staircases, he's just going to stand and watch it.
To be fair, Predicate, you did wipe the stuff on me from the well, so I got curious.
Veska will turn to Sindara and give her the most, like, stern mother stare that she can muster. I've hesitated to say something up to this point, but please, change the subject. All of you. And she will literally give every single person in the room, including Predicates, the mother stare.
And Sindara just walked away. Because she knows her mother does the same thing.
Brody looks at her. He looks mad at for a brief second, and then he just smirks. Finally, somebody with actual sense around here. He cuts away the weeds growing on his feet, and the other room is right here, right?
No, that's the balcony room.
Or no, it's this one, right?
This is the one.
Yep. And I assume you're going through that door?
Yes.
All right.
Any magic?
If Rudy's going to be walking away before he does, Veska will, not forcibly, but just sternly just grab his shoulder, whisper into his ear. I understand you're upset. But like Dom said, and I'm going to repeat this, we have bigger things to worry about. Calm your anger. No,
I agree.
not again. Calm your anger, and let's get this done.
I'm not angry with you.
I know you're not.
I'm not angry with anyone else. I'm just wanting to make sure we don't all die because of the anger of another person. Don't misconstrue my attitude for anger. Other than that, there's one thing that I know is to be as cautious as possible. That's how I've gotten as far as I have. So, because of that, it's actually why I've been not really doing any searching until now. Because I knew that if I went into that lake, or into the pool, went into that pot, or went into any of these other rooms, something would have happened to me. It's always been my luck. But now we know it's either one of two places, either upstairs, or it's in that room that everyone else is at. Logically speaking, we're gonna find her in one of those. Savvy?
That's cool,
Savvy.
man. Just understanding that we're all on the same page.
Good.
All right. As you open the door to that room, Sola, scraps of cloth and bundles of yarn are piled throughout the small room. You see like a mismatch of a whole bunch of different scraps of cloth in various shapes and sizes and patterns, and various spools of mismatched yarn. Just kind of thrown across the floors here.
Crochet.
Nothing magical.
Nothing that you can detect.
No
Was there-
magic.
Was there a door down here too, or is that something else?
Yeah, that's the balcony.
Nothing of
Just kinda,
relevance.
like-
All right.
No.
Just gonna feel the spools of yarn just in case there's something tucked in them.
All right. Well, you kind of go and feel around the various fabrics as you search. You feel something that's feels rather firm and prickly for a split second. As you go to pull your head back, you find yourself a pair of 1-foot tall pig cushions. They appear to be some of the humanoid shapes. One of which is mounted on a tiny wooden rocking horse, and the other has a pair of wooden legs.
Voodoo dolls? She'll take out the pins.
You take out the pins, nothing happens.
I'll take the dolls.
Okay. All right. I assume
You said it
aside
was-
from that,
You said it was 2 dolls, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I assume with that, unless you want to go on the balcony, you go up the stairs.
Yep.
All right. Let me go ahead and reveal the next area over here.
Let me zoom out for the sake of chat.
Up here. As you make your way up the stairs, the walls of this dank hallway are covered with scores of portraits depicting grumpy, sad, frightened, and angry people. The figures include humans, elves, halflings, bullywugs, and goblins, among others. The portraits are rendered in a variety of mediums, including paintings, etchings, and sketches. All are displayed in gaudy gilded frames. A framed oval mirror 2 feet wide and 5 feet tall hangs in the middle of one wall. And I'm gonna reveal that a little better.
But I say you might want to delete the phantom Praetorians that got caught by the unseen map.
Oh yeah, I see it. Let me just go ahead and boop.
Alright, so I see where we're supposed to place our tokens. There we go.
Yeah, we're gonna be cramped.
Yeah, it's a bit close quarters here. Oop.
I'm gonna put myself right there, but I'm like right on the wall.
Let me. I will move myself back to there.
I would say Praetorians be
loose.
like the farthest one because he is one of the least damaged and he's also the frontliner, so he's just walking up, just being like, "What do I have to kill?"
Yeah, Solo's probably in the back. Makes sense.
I'm just somewhere in the middle. Still very deadpan right now. Well, looks like there's 3 doors here. The one over here is the closest, but
Can you still see magic?
has the timer run out or no?
Let's see. I assume it's still for 10 minutes. Let me double check.
While you're doing that, let me share a good joke from El Robot in chat. Phantom Praetorians isn't real. He can't hurt you. Phantom Praetorians lurking behind you.
And yeah, the spell lasts 10 minutes. Also, I activated my charm, and that's for an hour. That's still going, right?
Right. Let's see. First off, you do detect that the mirror that Predicus is currently standing in front of, radiates transmutation magic.
The mirror in front of you radiates transmutation magic.
And let's see.
Praetorians will reach over, grab the mirror, and just put it on the floor. Glass facing the floor.
Actually, as you go to reach and grab the mirror, you find it securely stuck to the wall.
He will attempt to melt it off the wall, and if that doesn't work, he'll be like, well, prepare for a trap.
Transmutation magic turns things into other things, so touching the glass would probably not be advised.
Well, soon he'd probably put his hands on, like, the frame, so he'd be like, very well. Do you want to check that room?
You
Sure.
do detect something of evocation, actually enchantment magic coming from inside the room that is directly behind you, as well as what else? As well as you get a couple other pings of transmutation magic coming from inside the room as well.
There is enchantment and transmutation magic in this room. Stay alert. And he'll open the door.
Okay, as you go to open the door, that's right behind you.
That's a tone.
Yeah, I'm sure it's safe.
I'm in danger.
Let me set the seed. That's right here.
Oh, hello.
Where is it? Where's the music that I want to do?
The fuck is that?
Two creatures are having a conversation over tea in the middle of this room. The first figure is seated in a time-worn armchair. She is a tall, lean woman of gray complexion, dressed in black with a wide-brim hat obscuring her eyes. She looks like this.
Oh boy,
Oh
art.
boy.
Ooh.
Ooh. Spooky.
The other figure is a toad-like creature with bulging eyes and cracked skin. It is clad in a shapeless garment and sits on one end of a love seat with its legs pulled up beneath it. Flies flit into and out of its mouth, which hangs agape while it isn't speaking. Two tiny versions of the creature cling to it like pets. And that creature looks like this.
Ah!
Aw.
Even better.
Oh. What is funky little fella?
The room is filthy. Dirty dishes and bits of discarded food lie everywhere. The furniture was perhaps once of fine quality, but now stains of mysterious origin model every surface, and the upholstery has been patched numerous times. Set with its back to the wall in one corner is a hulking wooden cabinet. Sturdy legs support the bottom of the cabinet 6 inches above the floor. A decrepit wooden staircase climbs up the wall in another corner. The toad-like creature speaks to you in a low, croaky voice. What act of desperation compels you to enter my home, little darlings?
Tomf is like the flip of a switch, goes from his monotone voice immediately back to a very cheerful, happy tone. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry, ladies. We knocked, but no one seemed to arrive. It is such a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We need some help getting some things that we have lost back, and we thought the only person that could possibly help us in our time of need was Miss Madam Bavlorna. Truly the most powerful fey creature in all these lands.
The gray woman just kind of chuckles at that. Suitors already, Bavlorna. I like this. Well, if you do want to seek my help, darlings, unfortunately, I do require something in return. I demand from you 3 chores. If you complete these 3 for me, then perhaps we can bargain.
Bezko will look over at Predicates. What's his reaction?
The typical, like, you can tell that under his skin he is very angry and ready to kill, but he also basically told Domp, let them talk, tell me when it's time to kill, I will wait for that.
Domp will glance an eye back. The smile's still on his face while Bavlorna can see him, but he gives you a knowing glance. Smiles. A light nod. Of course, that's only fair. We should prove ourselves before asking your wisdom and your help. What chores would you like us to do?
I require you to fix the preservation pool. It seems like it hasn't been filling with water as of late. I think something might be plugging it.
Do you need that gelatin thing that popped out?
Ironically enough, we've already completed that task. We noticed something was a little funny with it.
Oh, lovely. That's one less task for you to have to complete. Next, I have a book that has recently gone missing.
Actually, that was another reason why we came. Domp will walk into the room and pull the book out from his pack and hand it to Bavlorna.
Oh, most excellent. And she extends out her grimy hands in order to take the book from you.
May I ask one thing? While people are talking, are we able to file into the room because we're kind of all just bunched up?
Yeah.
Oh. If you ask, she's like, oh, please, come in, darlings.
Though I would say, actually, before they come in, everyone will see Predicat's, like, form shimmer. And now he looks just like himself, but as a human, without any horns or anything else, just grubby hobo. Because I have a free use of disguise self once a day.
Where perchance did you happen to find this book?
Oh, well, my good friend, Gollop the 19th, and you, gave him this book for a time, and he wanted me to return it to you safe and sound.
He had it, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I did not give him this book, but yet he found it?
Yes?
Noted. Well, that's one more task for you to finish up. Thank you. The last thing that I require is a certain package, which is currently within Downfall. I am somewhat of an expert in taxidermy, and a hunter in Downfall has a shipment of carcasses for me that I wish to stuff and experiment with. If you bring me back this crate, then with our chores done, we shall bargain.
All right, sounds like a plan. Do we have, I mean, Downfall, of course, but, from here, approximately, where would we be heading?
Well, I can't say I remember which dwelling they were in, but I believe one of the dwellings on the south side of Downfall, somewhere in there.
All right. Well, we will get your package post-haste, and we'll return here to bargain, of course.
You'll hear a sound in your head. Are we not just going to kill her while we have the chance?
Domp will respond back in his head. We might as well get this out of the way. We do this. She potentially gives us information on her sisters and the state of affairs here. And then we take her out.
Fine.
Fully rested, fully ready.
Fine. I'll defer to you on this.
Well, go on. Off with you. I'll require some time in my preservation pool. I have been so long without it. My skin just needs to be hydrated, please.
Of course. You enjoy your soak, we'll get your package, and we'll meet you right back here when we have everything.
Thank you, darlings.
Absolutely. And Domp will give a courteous bow, taking his top hat off properly, and I imagine Dorman is still sitting on his head, sleeping. You'll put that on, and we'll file out to get the package for her in the south.
I also just realized something funny because I did disguise self. He now has 2 giant holes in the front of his top hat that he's wearing.
Can I just really quickly insight Bavlorna? Basically looking for, like, ulterior motives to this.
Sure.
18.
Based on your experiences with Bavlorna so far, you can probably gather that she doesn't really like to do anything, especially when she can have someone else do it.
So in her mind, we're basically just running an errand for her because she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
We're DoorDash.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that most of the D&D side fetch quests.
Yeah, honestly.
All right. As a lot of you begin to file out down the stairs and make your way back out to exit Bavlorna's cottage to potentially run this errand, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey.
All right.
Well, we had a whole bunch of character development that just happened on screen.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Holy crap.
Rhodey used his big boy voice for the first time.
You've all seen True Domp for a little bit.
Yes, but
Oh,
since
snap.
yep,
Sad boy dump.
I will say, because I know certain people need to start getting out. Caitlin, where can people find you?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky, places at Caitlin C37 where I do art. Commissions are open, so if you want any paintings, just find me there. Draco.
Hello, everyone. You can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky and Twitter and Twitch. All is Draco Magnus at D Magnus or some other such variation of that. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week. We stream Dragon Quest Treasures Monday. Tuesday will be Kingdom Hearts 3 whenever we're not here. Wednesday, we begin our whole new campaign, Barovian Odyssey, with myself and Deluna and Chaco and Royal Hoshi, as well as Yelling and Broad and Rod and Onyx Locket. We'll be meeting their characters as they get dragged into Ravenloft. What will they encounter? You'll have to tune in to find out. Thursdays are party games in Baldur's Gate. Friday is my Zelda day with Phantom Hourglass. And last but not least, we'll be doing Among Us on Saturday for my birthday. And with that said and done, Milla.
Hello, I am Milla Ninja. But you can't find me be the DM here. You can fetch me on the Burning site. Milla Ninja Nerd. Twitch and Blue Sky at Milla Ninja. You can also catch me opposite of this game Tuesday nights at twitch.tv/Jake, where we continue through Charles Amito's Legacy of the Dealbreakers, Volume 2, where the party has made their way further up the river-type pendant in order to confront the water elementals that had supposedly been corrupted. With the knowledge that a hag is somehow behind this, and also seeking the guidance of a hunter whose daughter has been kidnapped, possibly as a result of this hag, and bound to the waters. How will the party deal with this crisis? Tune in next Tuesday and find out. On that note, Deluna, go.
Hello, my name is Deluna13. You can find me on Twitter at Deluna1338. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at Deluna13. Tomorrow, you will schedule and everything permitting, you'll find me on Draco's channel for our episode 0 of our next campaign, as he mentioned, as well as Hoshi. And then next Tuesday, or actually no, Saturday, you'll find me also on Draco's channel, because like he's having a party. It's also gonna be my birthday on Friday. I want to play Among Us with my friends or as a celebration for that, and that's the perfect way to do that. And then next Tuesday you'll find us. We still have a little bit of Arendelle left over. We just need to get through that and San Fran, Tokyo,
Yeah.
and the rest of Port Royal, which again is gonna probably like the fact that we're doing the treasure hunt. We're doing it for the fact that we want to get the secret ending, but also because otherwise Port Draco would have to play for hours, and this is the only time I'm actually going to be helpful in this streams.
Mm.
So yeah. Anyway, that's it for me mainly. Kaylin went. Oh, she went. Or Chaco.
I have not went yet.
Or Chaco or Hoshi, whichever one hasn't gone yet.
I'll go. Hello, I'm ChocolateZombie101, or Choco. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Boost, and Ko-Fi as some sort of ChocolateZombie101. I have to move at the end of July, and I'm probably going to try to stream at some point within the next month or so. I'm also going to set up a Ko-Fi donation goal for anybody who's willing and able and wants to donate so that maybe for moving expenses, basic supplies, necessities, etc. Aside from that, Tuesdays, you can find me here every other Tuesday for Phase of Our Lives here on Burnout Blonde's channel. Earlier on Tuesdays, scheduled pending, you can find myself and Deluna along with Cryptic_Saijin, Rosso06, and Mr. Hardluck, as well as our DM Twitch Person on Twitch Person channel for Power Rangers Cyberstrike. Aside from that, MW, Multiverse Texas Wrestling, I play Gryphon Allen. Flashbangs on Fridays, Twitch.tv/EdwardBosco. Warzone is on Mondays, Twitch.tv/Draco, or not Draco, /Dr. Caliban. This coming Monday is going to be the Future Shock pay-per-view for Warzone. Go watch that. Also on Monday, me over on Draco's channel for Curse of Strahd. Hoshi, go.
Hello, you can find me here on Twitch, YouTube, and Blue Sky as Royal Hoshi. You can find me here every other Tuesday, and then starting on Wednesday now, you can find me on Draco's channel as we do the new Ravenloft campaign. And you'll be able to find me on Saturday too on Draco's channel to celebrate his birthday. Vaughn, go.
Hi, you've already found me on twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. If you want to hear where I'm going to be, go back to the beginning of this video because some of us need to go to bed. So we're going to raid, we're going to just go raid Connor. He's on.
Hold on. What's
I know.
Do we have quote of the week?
Yep, the quote of the week is what will also be our raid message, which is, I'll punish you by punishing you.
Oh yeah.
As it should be.
All right. We thank you
It's
all
a
for
fair
coming.
one, yeah.
Yeah, we thank you all for coming out. We'll see you again in 2 weeks, and a week after that, Pack Tactics starts. So look forward to that. We'll talk to y'all later. We love you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.